There have been videos circulating on social media of Metrobus passengers complaining about buses being late, overcrowding, as well as bus drivers drinking on the job. The Metrobus passenger who is speaking on that video is Candace Gani, and she now joins us live. Candace, good morning. Thank you so much for making time for us. So what has it been like for the past few days?
Do you know, it's not just for the past few days. I started busing about May. And every single week, we end up, our happy indexes are being affected. We are totally traumatized and stressed out. We get to work stressed already, you know, as if load shedding isn't enough. We in town, I take the 5:15 bus in the morning from Robert Sham to Johannesburg. We get on to Johannesburg at about 6 o'clock. It's dark. It is cold. We've got to be waiting and wondering whether we're going to have transport to work. Several people have already received written warnings, you know, for being late, for not coming to work, solely because of the fact that the buses come late or they don't pitch at all. We get on, you know, there's literally a bus every half an hour. So if the 6 o'clock bus doesn't come, we've got to wait for the 6:30 bus. And then we packed into this bus like a whole lot of sardines. People are just not feeling the respect, you know, and then we get told by dispatchers and stuff, please understand, we don't have enough fleet. That shouldn't be our problem. We are paying Metrobus to solve our transport issue, not to inherit, you know, their problems with the lack of fleet. So it's against the Consumer Act because they take our money up front. We buy monthly coupons. So they take our money up front, but we're not being told that there's no buses.
And then on top of that, you have to deal with bus drivers who also hurl insults at passengers.
Exactly. In fact, the one bus driver swore at me so badly. He literally jumped out of his seat to physically attack me. Lucky I've got pepper spray and I've got a taser gun, you know, because of the fact that we're on the bus route that early. I was reaching out for that in my bag to defend myself, and he must have thought that I had another weapon, and he jumped back into his seat. And I've got witnesses. We've addressed the matter with management, but the bus driver still continues to ride the same route. He drinks before he comes. He reeks of alcohol. So we're putting our lives at risk here. You know, just the other day we heard on the news about a bus that had you know, collided or had an accident, 74 people injured. When is it going to be our turn? Because here we've got bus drivers committing criminal offences by drinking and driving and swearing at passengers. Nothing's being done. I actually went to JMPD and I asked them if they could come and do breathalyzer tests on this driver. He wouldn't be fit to drive. He wouldn't be fit to drive. So we've got endless hassle, you know, and it's a service we're paying for. We're paying for hassle. Yeah. Not fair. Not fair.
Okay. So what would you like to see the company do now, Candace? What would you like to see the company do now? Because I guess with this as well, it means that some people arrive at work late. There's also the safety issue, for instance, when we speak about the evenings.
If I could just say this, Eldrin, there's 2 children on our bus route that had to write exams yesterday. They were denied the right to write exams yesterday because they were late. So it's also their constitutional right to education being affected here. You know, we have constitutional rights. We're just asking the department or the Metrobus to basically ensure that there are adequate buses, that buses are timeous, and that, you know, people aren't crammed into one bus. That places a safety issue. Consider the law. Comply to the preamble of the law. That's all we're asking. And I mean, at the end of the day, we're paying. So we should be respected as consumers. This is not respect. We are being treated as animals. You know, the fact that managers sometimes don't answer their calls. I tried a gentleman by the name of Sali, and I also tried getting hold of the GM. And I think this is why we're taking it to the media now, and also possibly going to, you know, the lengths of the consumer courts because this is just not happening. It's just not on. We've tried getting hold of Kati, the GM, as well as one of the managers, Sali, no avail. I managed to get hold of another manager by the name of Malinga this morning, and he clearly stated that they don't have fleet. They don't have fleet. Now it becomes our problem, and we've got to pay for these problems. So we want a fleet. We want regular buses. You know, if you see that, I mean, they should be taking a look at demand versus supply. If it is X amount of people, don't send a single bus, a single bigger bus, send a double bigger bus to accommodate the numbers. Do your supply versus demand correctly. Give us the service we rightfully deserve. And I mean, it's not only my route. You know, every route with Metrobus experiences the same fate.
Okay. Candace, thank you so much for your time. Candace Gani there, one of the passengers of a Metrobus, really frustrated with the service that they have been receiving from the company.